Hello everyone, Vendris here, and we have another week and new information about Shadows of Change Content Edition patch 4.2. Last week we were talking about the cafe changes, the changes that I was really excited for, and most of you were also, because I checked your comments, there were many people writing to me, but also I checked other content creators and they were overall very positive about it. But we just gotten information about Shadows of Change content for Tzeentch, and I checked those, and I can only say that I'm extremely surprised, and I assume you will know why I'm surprised, because it's quite interesting, let's say. Okay, let's start with those. Hi everyone, before I get into the details of the new additions for Tzeentch, I wanted to talk to you about the release date and where we are as for today. The team are still working flat out to finish things up, and we found a few things that start of this week that we need to address before handing this over to you. This is important because they were talking about the release date last week, and this is the confirmation for that. I'm really pleased to say that the team is making great progress through these last few changes, and we will still on track to release you later this month. There are 2 weeks to end of the month, by the way, but the release won't be this week, which one we had originally been trying really hard to hit. That's interesting if they were we wanted to make a surprise release this week. I'll be back later this week with more information on the extra characters and units coming to Kislev, as well as the update to your future on the release plans. Before we dive straight into things, if you haven't read the last blog entry which focused on Grand Cafe, this is the one here. Okay, let's go with the Tzeentch one. The obvious choice for the Tzeentch one that everyone thought that they will be adding would be the Lord and Hero option, and this is what we are getting. Like, let's go straight up. Lord of Tzeentch and Exalted Hero of Tzeentch. Fine, I'm fine with that. Yeah. Let's go with the explanation here, because you see I'm a bit confused right now, because you see why. I don't want to spoil the fun. Let's say it. Listening to your feedback on characters and units which you shared with us since the release of the Shadows of Change, because units of Tzeentch besides the Vortex Beast that was quite amazing, I agree, they were quite weak. The Xanagor's units were meh, and I don't even remember what they received. Yeah, as a secondary unit, to be honest. We have focused on improving the melee offerings of Tzeentch, disposing for their lords and heroes. Tzeentch armies have always heavily leaned on magic. This is quite logical, but we understand having those hard-hitting frontline generals and heroes are important to balancing out your armies. This is exactly what we have added to the roster for you in the form of Chaos Lord of Tzeentch and Exalted Hero, what I said. To broaden the connection between Tzeentch and the Beastmen, which we first established with introducing other Xanagors in the DLC original release, we are now adding Centaurs of Tzeentch. This is my first why? Who asked for it? What? Having additional Chaos Aligned Beastmen in the Tzeentch roster is something that we always want in order to the best represent the various forms of Chaos, and the Centaurs of Tzeentch will pack unique in the bestial punch of the field of the battle for you. We also heard your feedback of the appearance of our Xanagors in the game and your expectation of having beaks. To be clear, in Warhammer Fantasy Battle Universe, Xanagors don't have beaks. Instead, they much more closely resemble the appearance of classic gore from the Beastman roster. Rather than being a separate, offshot special Beastmen, they are, instead of gore, who have sworn allegiance to the Lord of Change. And I, being honest, looking on this explanation, don't see any reason why Gores that are allegiant to the specific Chaos God cannot receive the mutation from it that gives them beaks. Especially that there are beaks already in the game. Our second addition comes in the form of demonic flying Changebringers, a classic Tzeentch unit from the Storm of Chaos book already released back in 2004. These flamers ride disc of Tzeentch in battle, making them a fast and fearsome opponent. As with all the additions, I've covered them in great details below. Okay, let's go with luck further. You see my reaction, yeah? Like, I was extremely positive last week with Cafe. I would just say it. I don't want to go negative. I'm tired of being negative about Total War overall. But the article that we are going to check right now doesn't give me any positive vibes about addition for Tzeentch. So Tzeentch Lord, quite self-explanatory. Concept art for the models. I really like the helmets. Armor, sadly, very bad quality of screenshots, by the way. Like, yeah. And we just lost. Yeah, we are here. The helmet is looking good. The weapon is different, and the shield is cool with the feathers, but like the armor is just for normal Chaos Lord, just recolor. There is no Tzeentch symbols here anywhere. So I think if you compare him, especially to the Corn Lords, Corn Lord, yeah, he's looking like I would say just honest. Yeah, he's not looking the best. And his gameplay overview is like a Master of Mind. Chaos Lord Tzeentch benefits from the Mark of Chaos, which grants him magical attacks and barrier by default. Mark of Chaos, Mark of Tzeentch, by the way, it's a trait that does nothing in the game. It's just an information that this unit is dedicated. If it's magical attack and the barrier, it's added in a separate way in the game, yeah. The true power. Armed with a heavy suit of Chaos armor, a towering shield, and a magical harbet, the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch is defensive juggernaut who excels in the fighting large targets, especially when mounted on a disc of Tzeentch, especially becoming character level Doom Knight. Okay, like a Doom Knight leader for Tzeentch. Okay, this is fitting. Tzeentch also have heavy units, yeah? Disciple of Tzeentch. As a powerful tyrant and fearsome leader, the Chaos Lord of Tzeentch inspires his followers and builds their resolve by using the Change or Die ability, which is enchant twist on stand or die, so probably just the same stats, can improve the leadership and damage resistance of nearby friendly units. So instead of melee defense, it's increasing the ward save. Oh, yeah, it's fine. He also makes use of the Paragon of Change ability, which recharges the barrier of nearby allies. Okay, it's just a defensive lord, less about magic. Chaos Steed, Chaos Chariot, and Disc of Tzeentch. Okay. It's fine. We are expecting. I was just expecting that maybe visually he would be looking better, but it's fine. Exalted Hero of Tzeentch. This is where it's going more interesting because we have a like a throwback to the very old miniatures of such thing, and we have an art, and a hero is looking very unique. This is actually that looks unique. This is the like he's fully unique. So really cool. Also very reference to Village because he has also the second character, so mutation head. Fine, I'm fine with that. Mark of Tzeentch, magical attacks barrier, I just said, and large specialist, so carries magical halberd, which allows him to rely do monsters infantry. It's okay, yeah. And opportunist always scamming and seeking a path to greater glory. Exalted Hero Tzeentch, thanks to command in the Lord is slain, bolstering the leadership of army as he assumed command. So I assume he's giving elite. There's a trait for it already in attribute in the game. So he also have expert charge defense and charge reflection, chaos steed, chaos chariot, and disc of Tzeentch. He looks cool, but in terms of abilities, at least for now, for what we are seeing, nothing interesting in this regard. It's okay. It's an okay addition. I think both of them are really cool additions. Shame that the like if I look on a cafe, especially, you know, not talking about this amazing hero, but like even the Gate Master, the fact that he is a duelist, he have both range weapons and a melee weapon. This is quite interesting and something unique. And this is like a bulky hero and lord, so it's okay. It's a good addition. Tzeentch needed it, but for me it's just there. So I'm really eager to hear your opinion about that. Okay, and this is the thing that I have a big nope here, and there are Tzeentch of Tzeentch. As mentioned earlier, our thoughts were to expand on the connection Chaos has across its many followers, and in the case Tzeentch. Using the Chaos Mark system, we opt for the Tzeentch to provide bestial cavalry to add versatility to what is normally quite a missile and magic focused army. Okay. And we are getting Tzeentch that I would say they look fine. I would just say that, like, on the concept they look better, but why they're no bigs? But I, to be honest, really don't understand the idea of having this unit. This is not the unit that I would recruit as Tzeentch, and as usually, I understand shared rosters between factions like Chaos and so on. I think, and sorry for saying that, because as I really want to emphasize on that I'm really excited for the changes for the cafe, especially that the cafe already had a lot of good content. Looking on the content for Tzeentch, this is a very low effort unit. It's looking like a kit bash, sadly. Sorry, it's just let's be honest, it's looking like a kit bash, and from we can read about their stats, they are not giving anything to the faction. And whole combinations, let's read those, okay? So they have normal Varguard, they are fast, rowdy, and primal, so they are normal Tzeentch. Great weapons, great access. Okay, Tzeentch, there are such Tzeentch that just don't have the magical attacks normally. Arcane Change, intentionally introduced with the Xanagors. This ability also be adopted by the Tzeentch, offering more synergy with Tzeentch spells. So I don't remember exactly what this ability was doing, but I think when was casting, it was buffing. So it's just a same thing. Unit will be available to Tzeentch and Beastman. I don't see a reason to have such a unit. Being honest, I don't see the reason to have such a unit. If they really want to go crazy, I would rather see Tzeentch Minotaurs. That would be way more interesting, especially that you can make more different combination of abilities on them or weapons. This is just a lazy unit, and sorry, I cannot say that I like it. I don't see any purpose in this unit, especially after what we saw for Cafe, that they are getting really unique models, or the lions that are also mounts. I don't say that the Tzeentch needs to be mounts, but yeah, this is looking weak, especially that Tzeentch and Kislev got shorter stick in terms of the Shadows of Change DLC. Yeah, you see my reaction. I'm rather, maybe not pissed, but I'm surprised. And we have the Changebringers units. Okay, last but no means least, as the Changebringers, a unit of flamers which fly across the battlefield on disc of Tzeentch. This horror will help Tzeentch quickly reach their enemies in the battle and keep the pressure on from above. I don't see that the models are different than the normal flamers, or the greater flamers, and the change is that they are on the discs, so they are flying, and not that this unit was very mobile in vanilla, so it's just flying. By the way, we have the flamer, a flaming chariot of Tzeentch that does the same thing. And let's look on their attributes. Let's say Shock and Awe. Changebringers are one of the ultimate expressions of the chaotic nature of Tzeentch. Flamers of Tzeentch, which are comparatively slow and lumbering units. I don't agree with that. This is a very mobile unit, even in vanilla. Take to the skies, benefiting from greatly increased maneuverability. Okay. Death from above, Changebringers can rain down Tzeentchian fire from above, making them one of the best flying missile units in the game. we shall see. Flames of Tzeentch. The Changebringers benefit from the usual hallmarks of these units: armor piercing, flaming, warp fire, all present. However, their newfound mobility, Changebringers don't have quite as much of a barrier when compared to ground-based units. So they are just higher damage, lower barrier. Let's just read the last sentence, and I will say what I think about all this article. Thanks for reading. I'll be back this week with my final blog on the great nation of Kislev and the new characters and units they'll be receiving as a part of patch 4.2. Yeah. Let's check the blog of Shadows of Change units. I don't really remember. Content addition, Tzeentch, okay. Update 4.0. Shadows of Change, Mother of Stankia. Yuan Bow, okay. Changeling. What units the Changeling got? Schemes. Cockatrice, Zangors, and Vortex Beast. Okay, that's fine. Zangors maybe not the best. Cockatrice was cool. Mutilation Vortex was cool, but what can I say? As I said at the beginning, sorry, I'm very confused looking on this article because I'm tired of being negative about Total War. I really hope that this series goes on a straight, that this will be the redeeming value. This will be the thing that gets people back, to get me back to playing the game again. And that's how it was looking, at least for Cathay, because last week information about Cathay was very good. The Tzeentch information are total bummer for me. I will say it's one. I don't like shared rosters. Adding units of Tzeentch that look exactly the same, and in terms of roles, beside the fact that they have a barrier and magical attacks look exactly the same as the normal Tzeentch, I don't see any reason for them. Same goes with the Changebringers. This is a lazy unit. This is not having any amount of content or interesting value, even in tactical. I'm not even about the visuals. It's doing, for me at last, on paper. Okay, maybe when the DLC releases, I will start testing unit and I will say, yeah, this is cool, this is a great addition, way better. But right now, this is the third unit of Flamers that does nothing for the roster, for me, for Tzeentch overall, I think. This will be the unit that I really will ignore, at least for now, in my opinion. If they would be just better than the normal Flamers, then I don't see the reason to have them. This would be the cool Regiment of Renown unit, but nothing more. Well, let's face it, nothing really more. So I'm eager to hear your opinion. Just before I started recording this video, I talked with people on Discord, and it was very one-sided. They shared my opinion. They were more aggressive, because I want to be like, yes, this will be better, this will be cool, but for now it's not looking good. Tzeentch is just yeah, it's looking bad. Let's say the Tzeentch additions are forgettable for me. They are just there to be added, and with all the respect to the mods, I saw way better Tzeentch mods. With Beastman units adding to the Tzeentch, like in terms of visuals, and not only Beastman units added to Tzeentch, but overall Tzeentch content on modding community. So yeah, yeah. So I'm eager to hear your opinion about the Tzeentch changes. Just a reminder. At the end of this month, we will have a contest for new postcards for SFO. We have Deathmaster Snitch, Thorgrim, and both of them fighting. You just need to be an SFO patron to receive them. And yeah, if you like the video, remember to comment, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave the thumbs up. And if you really like our content, we have a Patreon that you can always support. And yeah, let's wait for the Kislev changes, and let's hope it will be better than the Tzeentch. Yeah, more close to Cathay. Thank you everyone for watching. I was Venris, and I'm out. See you.